come. Okay, I think we are live on YouTube here. Okay, say hello to YouTube. And now I'm going to split you guys into rooms. Let me see. We are going to have 3 rooms. Maybe. Okay, let me see. Oh, just a second, guys. I'm just checking. Okay. Guys, the rooms were small today, but if someone came here to late or something, I will try to send to your rooms, okay? So if someone appears from nowhere, it's me putting other people into small rooms because we are too much to 2 rooms and too little for 3. So I am going for the little so you guys can talk more, okay? The topic is very powerful, I would say, and very dense. So make sure that you guys explain your ideas and explain your opinions, being respectful, and present yourselves for the other people in the room. Choose a leader to help you with the conversation. And that's it. Be prepared. We are going to the rooms. I'm going to open it, and 10 minutes before the end, 5 minutes before the end, I will bring everybody back so we can talk about how was the conversation in general, okay? All right, guys. So have a nice topic. Have a nice conversation. See you soon. Hello, hello. Let me see who is here with me. Okay, okay. Oh, we actually have 6 people here. So does anyone want to go to the small room? We have some volunteers. No? I will leave Ana Paula here. Maria, can you go to a small room?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm going to assign you to one then. See you soon. Very good. Let me see. Yeah, good. Okay, guys, so good night for everybody here. Let's start our conversation. I'm going to ask Douglas to present himself first.
Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity. Hello, everybody. My name is Douglas, but please call me Doug. I'm from Guaratinguetá. I am passionate for business, project, and technology that I see this big purpose in my life, that I studied about technology and information in artificial intelligence, and
Yes.
I'm so great this movement around the world about this pandemic. If so, about me, just a little, because I'm talking more.
Okay, no problem. Very nice to have you here. I think I didn't know you. I think it's the first time that I have you in my meeting.
Yes, with you is the first time. Yes.
Okay, so welcome.
Oh, thanks so much.
Let me see. Ana Paula, can you present yourself?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Ana Paula. I'm from Maranhão. I'm an economist, an English student, and also a musician. I like to play guitar, and I'm really excited for today.
Oh, very nice.
It's very nice to meet everyone.
Very nice to have you here. Ana Paula remembered the things that I always forgot to tell when I present myself, but you guys are going to see. She talked about hobbies, about professions. I always forgot all of those things. Uh, let me ask now, Leo, can you present yourself?
Yeah, my name is Leonardo Souza. I'm 28. I'm from Rio Claro City, a small town near São Paulo. Yeah, and I'm here at TNT since 2019, but I usually attend at 5 p.m. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Very
But,
nice.
Yeah, and I'm glad to be here.
Very nice to have you here. I thought that I was the dinosaur here because I am here since 2020, but you beated me. You are here for longer than me. Very good. Now, Mateus, can you present yourself?
Hello guys, good evening. So my name is Mateus. I am 23 years old. I'm studying production engineering and I will graduate this year. So about my hobbies, I like to play video games, I like to listen music, and that's it.
Very good. Nice to have you here too. Today I will remember. So, guys, for those that don't know me, I am Bruna. I always forgot to put my name here. Let me put my name here. And I live in Presidente Prudente now, but I used to live in Americana, very close to Rio Claro. And I love to watch TV shows, and I am a civil engineer, but an English teacher too. I do both, okay? So a lot of things. And I like to talk a lot, as you guys can see. So let's start our conversation. Since we are talking about financial education, oh, your father is from here. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Since we are talking about financial education and poverty, we are going to have some definitions first. Okay, so the first question is, what is the definition of poverty for you? I am pretty sure that everybody will tell something different. So I want to know from you, what is poverty? I am going to start with Mateus.
Okay, for me, poverty is when you don't have the basic things that we need to have in our lives. I mean, when we don't have a food or a home, that people living in bad situations in life. I think it's the in like in being objective of this topic. I think is when we don't have the when we don't have the basic conditions, right? So for me, is it.
Okay, poverty is when we don't have basic conditions. Very good. Let me hear from Ana Paula. What do you think?
For me, poverty is when you cannot afford goods and services that you need for, it's like what Mateus has said. You can, buy things that for your basic needs. You can feel satisfied with the things you possess. So for me, is this you can afford things, the basic things of life.
Okay, very good. It's now it's going a little bit more about the money. You cannot afford something. Okay, that's the direct direction that I want today. Let's hear from Douglas. What do you think?
For me, I agree with Mateus and Ana Paula, good points. And for me, it's the same. Poverty for me is when I see people around the world it doesn't have haven't have not any condition of food, of health, of education, and it's something in relation about misery, and
Yeah.
so sad, and don't have conditional and any conditional.
Yeah. Though you ask us to talk to you as Doug, okay? So Doug adds here that education and health access. So those are good points too to put into this topic of the definition of poverty. You don't have access to health or to education. Leo, do you have something to add?
I agree with you all, because when someone doesn't have any conditions, or the same conditions to other, um, for me it's poverty. And when someone doesn't have condition to attend the college, or attend the public school, it makes poverty too.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you too. I just want to add one thing for me, my vision and thinking about this topic too. Poverty for me is when you don't have a choice. That's very tough to say, but it's when you don't have a choice. Like you don't have basics, and it's like you live here because you have to, because you cannot live anywhere else, or you eat this because you haven't anything else. So it's not having a choice. And that brings me to the second question, because it's the second topic that we are talking about, putting it together with poverty. Oh, Andrea, oh, I think her connection was, Andrea, no, Ana Paula. Her connection, I think, was bad, but luckily she will be back. Now, what's the definition of financial education for you guys? Leo, I'm going to start with you.
Can you repeat, please?
Yes.
I didn't understand.
What's the definition of financial education for you?
Yeah, for me, financial education is definition. I think when you split the relational and emotional for buy or save, or invest, I think is up to emotional and relational, because when you are emotional, you can buy or all the time.
You don't have control. You don't have the education. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you are so straight or tough about saving money, you don't spend, you don't enjoy the life.
Mm-hmm.
Too.
Okay, so it's the balance. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Douglas,
Yes.
what do you think? Doug, I'm sorry.
No problem. For me, I agree to Leo. It's good points to talk and to balance it about emotion and how to buy some things. And for me, it's I don't remember to say in English, consumo consciente.
I think it's conscient consumption. Yeah.
It's a conscient consumption to people to know how to the best form to buy something and to plan something in your life and getting past for next generations. That form this form in a good points for economic of the world. It's I saw it fantástico this weekend about it, something about it this because the financial education there's an impact of the life model.
Yes, for sure. I am pretty sure that impacts the way we live if we have financial education. Yes. Very good. I think, we have balance and we have something about the way we live, the way we buy things. Okay, good. You guys are getting there. You guys are getting into the point. Let me hear from Anna. Anna, are you there?
Yes, I am. I'm sorry, my connection is very unstable today.
No problem.
But I'm here. Okay. So for me, financial education is the ability to understand how money works, is how you manage your financial life, how you deal with your money, with your finances. So for me, is this.
Very good. How money works. I will use this definition in my life. I like it very much. Mateus, what about you? What do you think is financial education?
Yeah, I agree with you, guys, especially what Anna said. I think the financial education is the process to manage your money. In practice example is when you know what you will spend. I mean, what you spend to save your money, what you spend that you really need to do the basic things, what you really want to do is when you really know what you will do with your money, right? It's so if you can have a total control about it, so you can save a little bit for some specific situation, but you can have it to buy something that you really want to buy or the things that you really need to have in your house. So it's the process to manage your money, to have everything that you really need to do, that you want to do, and what you need to save. Right? Yeah, I think that's it.
Very good. Very good. You guys were getting into the point that I wanted to get, because for me, financial education is very close to what Mateus was talking about. You choose what is basic, you choose what is something extra, you choose between where you spend your money. But let's remember that poverty for me was not having a choice on things. And financial education is something that you can choose. I mean, for me, it's my point of view. Okay? No, you guys can have different point of views, no problem. Now, I'm going to the next question that it's connected with those two definitions that we had before. Okay? What aspects of poverty, what parts of poverty can be increased with the lack of financial education? When you are poor and you don't have financial education, what are the consequences of this? Okay. Let me see. I'm going to start with Anna.
This is a tough question, actually. There is so much thing that you can think about it. But for me, like, if you don't know how money works, you don't know how to manage, the first thing that you're going to think is your, I don't know, life. For example, you don't know how to manage your money to can buy the things you need, for example, food and water, and even education if you need something to make you grow in life. So if you don't know how to use and work for your own your money for your own benefit, then it's just going to sink. Your life is going to sink. This is not only for purpose, but for everyone, I guess.
Yeah, it's if you don't know how, if there's no financial education, then poverty is almost like a consequence. Yeah. Okay. Let's hear from Leo. What do you think?
As you said about being poverty doesn't have a choice. Well, the aspects, one aspect of lack of financial education for me is, can increase when you have a choice, but when you don't invest very well, and you start to always
Oh,
when
yeah.
you start to always stores or bank, and you start to not to have a choice.
Yeah.
You can, in the beginning, you can be a choice. You can have a choice, but if you waste your money of any way, you can be down a poverty, because up there you cannot be a choice to have the things.
Yes. We are going to talk about this soon. The next question is almost like about this, okay? But yes, that's the one of the ideas. Let's hear from Mateus. What do you think, Mateus?
Yeah, I think without financial education, the poverty can be increased. But even with financial education, I think this doesn't cease the existence about the poverty in the world. Because to have a good financial education, the first thing you need to have is money, and we have a lot of people here that don't have money. So even with financial education, not with this will still here in our world. But yeah, with financial education we can decrease the poverty, because some people that have a money can save or can manage this to have more money in the future, or have your basic things and something like that. I think with financial education can put in your mind a mindset that you can improve your life, that you can get more, and if you do something or work for something, but I mean, so yeah, I think it can decrease with financial education, but even if it is top, even if it is financial education, I think it is will still there, and that's it.
Yeah. That's a good point. This question was a little bit like a trick to see if someone was going to think about this, and Mateus did, yes. Because sometimes if you don't have enough money, it's not very possible to manage things. And this is a very big conflict for myself, because I love financial education. I really like it. I really think it can change people's lives. but for poor people, it's harder to get there. It's harder to have something to start, you know. But I didn't forget Dogi. Dogi, what do you think about this question?
Okay, no problem. It's a harder, if you talk it, it's hard to point it, this topic because with people don't have any condition always to living in poverty states, and everybody cannot to plan how to plan your perfect model of life, economical life. But thinking about another point, some the I don't remember to say a maioria.
The most.
the most poor people povers, there's a value that we have a good a good financial education to show for us that the value of and don't waste some things, don't waste food, don't waste water, don't waste some things that was for us is tangible and easier to access, and from there is hard. Depends of migalhas.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's a good point to reflection my mindset, my life, and what I can to do for the world to be better.
Yes. That's a
so
good point. Yeah, that's a good point too, because sometimes we think that we know what is financial education, but then we go to a family that lives in the minimum salary and they make it work. They make it happen some way. It's not the best scenario, but they make it happen. And it's our responsibility to help those people to increase their life conditions, so they can have a choice of something, you know, of education, maybe of some foods that we didn't even think about, but we have choices of food every day. I'm pretty sure that we can choose, but poor people sometimes they can't. It's that they have, and that's it. So yeah, good point of view. It's very important too. Very good. Now let's go to the next question. Now we are going to talk a little bit more about money, actual money. I'm sorry. Do you think the ease for obtaining credit can damage poor people? Why? The ease, it's the way that people get credit easily. Because today, if you go to a bank, you can access credit almost like immediately. So how do you guys think this can affect poor people? I'm going to start with Mateus. What do you think?
Guys, I think I really don't know. Maybe I will try to have a answer by sense, by common sense, but I don't know. I think I'm not in touch with this if we finance, but I think I don't have a solid answer for this because I really don't know if we have a real impact for this, but I think in some way that can be have it, but I think I don't know why it's from I think I don't have knowledge to answer this question, guys. Sorry.
No problem, no
Yeah,
problem.
it's really sad to say this, but yeah, I don't have the knowledge to answer this question.
No problem, no problem. Let's hear from Anna. What do you think, Anna?
I think has a little to do with what we said before. Like, if you don't know how to use your money, then if you take lots and lots of money, the credit can be a trap for you, because you take money from the banks or from someone else that is sponsoring you, and you don't know what to do with the money you're gonna use to pay some bill, but you have the other parcels, parcelas. I don't know what to say. Parcelas.
Yes, it's parcels. It's
I
correct.
think it's parcels. To pay. This can be really, really dangerous to your financial life. So I tell from my own experience, the credit almost sink my entire life. So I don't recommend it. If you don't know how to use your money, now I know better, but before I didn't. So if you don't know how to use your money wisely, so don't take credit. It's not a good choice.
Yeah. It's very a very dangerous journey, you know, when you get credit. You can have good things, but you can have bad things coming if you don't have the education. Yeah. Let's hear from Doug. What do you think about this?
Well, all questions are hard are harder to answer, but no problem, because we need to reflect about these topics. Let me see. So credit can damage poor people because it's illusion, because some points I thinking it's a illusion, because we don't have a condition to pay these credits. If you don't have conditions to pay these credits, the bill and deals are the deals and this money, the illusion of money, and a lie, to pass something that how it's I give money. Oh, okay, give money. What can I do to? What can you do to pay this money? It's different about a process that some peoples are entrepreneurs. It's a illusion, because I believe that is a big damage, because specific of people getting money to help people poor people, truly, but almost the time is prejudicial to their.
Yeah, it's almost like what Ana Paula was talking about too, because if you don't know what it's for, if you don't have a plan, it's going to be damaged. No matter how much you take or how much you earn, actually. Leo, what do you think? I am going to finish with Mateus because I read his opinion here, but I'm gonna hear from Leo first.
Yeah, for me, it's simple because take a loan, take a loan or a credit card immediately is dangerous. Mainly when you are unbalanced about money, because there are so many people that live making a loan, and after that make another loan to pay
the first loan. Yeah.
the first loan. Yeah, because to make a sacrifice is more difficult in save than in than to go the bank and make a loan. And for example, make a travel. If it is so much important pay before of traveling, then first travel and after that pay, because it's frustrating. Frustrating. It's better you take a loan in the bank and buy one car or some visible than to have a fun, to have a fun, make a travel, and after that you come back to reality. It's difficult. It's frustrating. Better pay first.
Pay first. Okay, that's the lesson. Very good. For me, there's a point that no one talked about, and we are going to hear from Mateus' point soon. Just wait. That sometimes when you get credit, the parcels are discounted in your salary. And there's like a percentage that you can have from taking out of your salary that will pay the credit or the loan or anything. So if you already have this budget very tight, you don't have money to spend on things, and then you get a credit, and then the credit takes out from your paycheck, your situation can be worse than it was before. And for me, when I see some situations like this, it's because the person didn't have information before taking the loan. She was like, the person was like, oh, it's okay, I need for something, or maybe it's because they really need the money that they are taking, but they don't have the information that what can cause in the future and what are the impacts of this. Mateus, tell us your opinion about this question. What do you think it was about this question?
Okay, guys. For the first impression that you that you read the question, I was thinking another way, like I said in the comments. I was thinking about how people like us, I think, but can have it can get easily get credit, can get this in a easy way. And what is the impact of this of people that can have this option? But I think it's a hard question to think about it, but I will answer in the same way that you did. For me, I have a practical example about this. My parents, like I think 7 years ago, they bought like a TV and a sofa in a purchase in a like I don't know how can I say this in English, but this payment method like credit card, como é crediário?
Okay.
I don't know.
I
This,
don't know how to say because I think this only happens here in Brazil. I don't know
yeah,
if it
like
happens
Brazil
in other
always.
countries. Yeah,
But this method have a lot of I think juros in interest, right? How can I say
yeah,
juros?
interest.
Okay, they have a lot of interest in the. I remember that we paid at twice the prices, so we did in many parcels because we don't have enough money to buy it. But finally, when we finished the parcels of this purchase, we paid the twice. So yeah, guys, it's really hard when you don't have sense about it. You just want to do it and you don't think about the future consequences. I remember that after the five parcel, my dad gets fired, and we really don't know how to pay this. So yeah, when you need to buy something, you need to have a lot of control about it. You need to think about the future, and that's it. I think it can damage a lot people, especially that are poor and especially that you don't have financial education, right?
Yes, yes. Those are all good points that you guys talked about. The loan and credit and having this crediário that we have here, a lot of parcels to pay for something. Uh, those are very good points to talk about. And let's look a little bit more about poor people now and about this education that we have now because we already suffer some things. How do you think that poor people can access this education? How can we get this education into them so they don't suffer like we do? But again, we have choices. They don't. Okay, so how can we put this education into those people, those poor people? Let me start with Leo this time. What do you think?
How we, or in general,
Oh, yeah. How do you
can
think
put
people can access education, but how we can help in this process?
for me, there are two two options, or in the school, and in some a few country that are subject about that, like Japan, like China, and poor country is not. There is no this subject in the school, or in home, or in proper home, that maybe father or mother knows how deal with the a little money, uh, few money.
Yeah.
And I think or in the school, ever, ever since you are a child, or in home. There's
Okay.
no other way, I think.
Let's think if let's see if the other people here think that is another way. For I agree with you about the education because sometimes poor people have access to education. It's not in all situations. We talked about this, but those that have this opportunity can access in schools or something like that. So it's a good option for them. Anna, what do you think?
I agree with what Leo has said. And I think also that public policies might help with this subject. Like I don't know, maybe promoting some kind of financial education in schools and universities, and all these, these facilities of educations, and also from students themselves. For example, they have this type of matter in schools and in the universities too, and they can share the knowledge like a non-profit organization, for example. They can share this knowledge with society, so it would be a good help. I think so.
Very good. See, we had a little bit more options. Thank God we had more options. Very good. Douglas, what do you think?
For me, my opinion, I believe that the poor families, can show to their sons that the value of the waste, and simple acts that makes difference, about it, how to give the best quality of life. If with some things that have done. So simple, and to promote a culture inside of house and inside of relationships, health, good and healthy relationships that promote these topics, and to give support, and to, so this is it.
Yeah. I remember a lot about my experience because I didn't learn financial education from my parents. I mean, they didn't have trouble, but they didn't know best too. So I was searching for things. So maybe if the parents are educated, or maybe if we have some options for the parents to raise the kids well, maybe it's a good impact. They can bring to home what they learn and what they have uh, for choices or for options in these situations. Yeah. Okay, let's hear from Mateus, because I have to bring everybody back. So, Mateus, what is
Okay.
your opinion?
Yeah, like everyone said, I think the first way is for at school. Yeah. Maybe social project is in some communities, but for me the reality that people who are really poor, it's so hard to think about to have access on this, because they really think about to how have the basic things. I mean, if you don't have nothing to eat, you don't want to know about education, about financial education. You want to have something to eat. So for people that are really poor, that you don't have a choice, you don't have the basic stuff, it's really hard to have or to think about this education. Maybe you need to you will try to talk about education with these people, but they will just don't care about it. They really want to have the basic things that every human needs to have in your life, right? So it's hard, but we will try to do it.
Yeah. It's hello, guys. Just to see you guys back here. Mateus was talking about what we can do to make the situation better was the last question, actually, the last one. Yes, the last question. And I want to know from you guys that were in the small rooms, what do you think about this conversation? Let me see. I'm going to ask Bruno, how was the conversation in your room?
The conversation was very good. I was with Leticia, Gabriele, Mikael, yes, and the conversation was amazing. And we were answering about this last one, and we all have the same opinion about it. The better way to solve this problem is spread the message about, for example, the people need to know that the power is in your hands, and for solve this problem, we need to take some actions. For example, know how to choose a good leader for lead our people, lead our country. Try to control our bills, and and have money to eat a pizza when we want, but for it we need to control our money and spend the money with wisdom. So basically, that's it. Basically, yeah.
Very good, very good. The good thing that you guys talked about is how to choose people, and Anna was talking about public policies too, because we cannot change the situation of poverty only with financial education, unfortunately. That was what Mateus was talking about. We have to think about the education, of course, but sometimes people that are poor, they don't have choices, they don't want to listen. They want to think about dinner, or they want to think about what they are going to eat next, So
yeah.
Let me hear just from one more person that was not in the room. Let me see, Maria Eugenia, what was the conversation in your room?
So the conversation was very nice. I really like to hear about the people that were with me: Ronaldo, Rogério, Heide, and Samia. I really learned some nice things about Ronaldo and his experience in this area.
Ronaldo is the best guy.
Yes, in this financial
Ronaldo worked in a bank, right, Ronaldo?
Yes.
Yes,
I remember.
I work for the Bank do Brasil.
Yes.
I am a fan of Ronaldo.
Yes, I'm too. And I think the conversation went well, but I was really it was really challenging, especially for me, because of the thing Mateus was talking about when we arrived, and how we could help people getting more education and in financial area when they don't have what to eat, and how to have the basic things. So I think the conversation was really nice, but it was a little bit challenging.
Very good, very good. Nice to hear from you. I am going to ask Anna too, because Anna was in the main room and it's her first time here. I want to know, what do you think, Anna, of this conversation, of TNT?
I loved it. I learned so much with everyone, and the opportunity to practice English is the best ever. So thank you everyone, and I really love it, and I will come back for sure.
Oh, all right, very good. Guys, I want to leave you tonight with this question: how can we help in this situation? Because we have choices, and as I was talking about in the main room, poor people don't have choices. That's the biggest issue about poverty for me. how do we help? I want to leave you guys with this question. How do we help with the poverty situation and with the financial situation in our country? Because we are in a very delicate moment, so we have to think about everybody. And I promise next week I will bring a soft topic, okay? So we can talk a little bit more about things that make us happy and things that make us smile a little bit. But I want to leave you to this question so you guys can think during the rest of the week, okay? Guys, thank you so much for coming. Don't forget that we are in a pandemic situation still, so use your masks if you have to get out. Stay home if you can, and be safe, please. And be back here so we can talk more next week, okay?
Thanks, Bruna. Thanks,
Bruna.
Guy.
See
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Guys.